Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Ang tagal na since I last uploaded, and honestly, I've been waiting for this moment to actually share to you my life as a young professional here in Cebu. So back in August of 2025, right after my graduation, I moved from General Santos City to Davao City. And my original plan actually was to, pursue my law school. But when I arrived in Davao City, reality hit me. I'm mentally, emotionally, and financially unprepared. Law school is so expensive. And I think maraming fresh graduates ang makaka-relate dito na minsan meron tayong mga plano but life humbles us first. So ayun, nag-apply ako sa Concentrics as a call center agent. Honestly, gusto ko lang naman talaga magkaroon ng stable income and, para matulungan yung sarili ko. Thankfully, pumasa naman ako and I was actually scheduled na for a training at that point. But then, during the application process, napansin daw nila na ako lang yung nakasuot ng smart casual sa batch namin. And then Miss Trisha, one of the recruiters, asked me if interested ba daw ako to apply for a seasonal position. At first, nagdalawang isip ako kasi seasonal nga siya, only 6 months, 3 months. And after that, wala ka nang kasiguraduhan if ma-re-hire ka ba or mawawalan ka ng trabaho. It's not sustainable. But then, I told myself na, wala namang mawawala. What if I try? Wala naman akong experience back then. Wala naman akong kasiguraduhan if where am I going to enter in Davao. So, I took the opportunity. I tried to apply and then, nasecure ko yung job. That opportunity taught me something very important. Sometimes opportunities meant for you are those you never planned for. But in November 2025, nag-end yung contract ko. And at that time, I was really scared because hindi ko alam saan ako pupunta. Hindi ko alam kung meron pa ba akong, work na ma-applyan, meron bang mag-accept sa akin kaagad. Because I'm already living in Davao. And life is so expensive there. The rentals, the transportation, the food, it's quite different talaga compared sa General Santos City na, meron lang kaming pastel, meron kaming, mga ulam na napakamura. Pero sa Davao, you can't really find that one. Minimum of 50, 60. And for me, na nanggaling sa Mindanao State University, that is so expensive. Then one night, when I was scrolling sa IG, I came across this one post, IG story of my friend Kuya Bash, asking if sino kaya yung possible niya na makaka-work by the next year with Ecomos Philippines. And then, I communicated with him after long years. Nagpakapal ako ng mukha. And I expressed my intention to apply. And then he told me na, why not mag-try po? Actually, hindi ko pa nga alam if ma-hire ako or what. Pero, nakasecure na ako ng flight ticket ko. Nakasecure na ako ng condo. If you are going to ask me, risky? Yes. Practical? Probably not. But sometimes you really have to move in faith. So after my talent acquisition contract ended in November of 2025, medyo uncertain na talaga ako if ano yung next step ng life ko, kung saan ba ako papunta, kung meron pa bang mag-hire sa akin. And I'm really scared at that time because I don't have any sense of direction para sa self ko. Like most of the fresh graduates, nafe-feel din talaga yung phase na yon, diba? Like, ano nang next? So, during December to early of January, I tried my luck to work as a virtual assistant, video editor of a US-based company. That's an e-commerce company. So, yun yung ginamit ko for me to have something to to spend while starting here in Cebu. So yun yung mga ginamit ko for my expenses sa flight, sa condo, like the advance and the deposit, some of the transportation, like going to airport, and from airport going here, because you know what, from airport going here sa place ko, you really have to pay for 500 to 600 pesos a grab, and you can't really ride kasi the buses if you're not really familiar, because it will end up na ka nang mawawala ka lang din. I really don't have a sense of direction at that time when I started here. And the problem din kasi when I came here, gabi na ako nakarating, gabi ko na na-meet yung aking mga landlord, and it's really risky for me to go here na madilim, and I really don't know the place, so I took the grab car. So yeah, actually realization at that point that some of your in-betweens are really not a waste of time. Minsan, yun talaga yung preparation mo for something bigger, something better. So, back in January of 2026, I'm really, really desperate na sa life ko. I'm really, really scared if ano yung magiging direction ng life ko. In fact, na-absorb na yun ni Cliff. And, I just can't sleep at night at that time. Really, hindi talaga ako nakakatulog because I'm really scared na what if hindi ako ma-hire sa Ecomos? Lahat ng mga ginasto ko for the flight, lahat ng ginasto ko for the condo, all of the other opportunities na hinindian ko, mapuput siya into waste. So I'm really scared at that time. But at that time, ano rin kasi, sinulog time yon, and I tried to talk with Santo Niño every single night. I asked his guidance. I asked na sabi ko, Lord, if you're going to give me this position, I will make sure na I will do my best. I will make sure that the opportunity will not be wasted, and especially na I will continue to serve you and the community. Ganon. Because, as a project officer, you're not only working with administrative tasks, you are also working with the community, especially when you're working with the heritage preservation. And after months of waiting and anxiety, I finally got the position. My God, until now, it feels surreal talaga. Yung 2 months of waiting was never, a waste of time. But instead, it was actually a nice, good rest for me because, the level of responsibilities, keeping with the stakeholders, talking with the project directors, handling a lot of big activities is really not an easy task, I must say, but I'm really happy with my job right now. So, last January 30, 2026, I moved here sa Cebu. Pagdating ko sa Cebu, actually, naubos talaga yung savings ko from my virtual assistant position. After paying for my flight, sa condo, and startup na mga savings, what's left for me to, spend for the entire time before darating yung sweldo ko was only 300 pesos. Isipin yun, guys, 300 pesos. Wala akong unan, wala akong kumot, wala akong kahit ano. It was just me, my luggage, my clothes, my dream, and my courage to, improve the quality of my life and cling to that small possibility of me, having that kind of job na in the long run magiging masaya ako. And thankfully that even if very challenging yung startup ko dito, I'm really happy with my work right now. Now I'm working as the project officer of the Kabilin Partnership Program, a collaboration between the Ramon Aboitiz Foundation Incorporated and the International Council on Monuments and Sites. And honestly, every day it really, really feels surreal, I must say. I get to meet a lot of inspiring professionals, beautiful heritage places, learning about Cebuano culture, and slowly building the life I once prayed for. I know that I'm still far from where I want to be and God's plan for me, but I'm really proud of starting. So for those fresh graduates out there, young professionals na nanonood, it's okay if you feel lost. It's okay if hindi pa clear yung path mo sa life. And it's okay if you pause some of your original plans. Because life isn't a race. Sometimes the delay, the redirections, and the unexpected detours are actually preparing you for something bigger, for something greater. And God will always help us reach that specific goal as long as nakikita niya how pure our heart is and how passionate we are to what we are doing. So yun guys, this will probably the start of my Cebu Young Adult Life series. And for the next video, I'll show you the reality of living independently here in Cebu. How did I started here? What are the daily challenges? Because trust me, kung ano yung naiisip nyo na start ng inyong life when transferring to a bigger city is not always accurate. There are a lot of obstacles on the way, but one thing's for sure, if you only have the courage, if you have, the burning passion to improve the quality of your life, then basically mas magiging mas madali yun para sa'yo. Again, this is your boy JJ and welcome to my life here in Cebu. See you on my next vlog.